Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. It's not financial advice, educational purposes only. Shorting small caps is very high risk. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. There's a lot going on right now. Sorry for being a few minutes late. Couldn't get my monitor to work, but it's working now. Good morning, good morning. Alexandra, is that you? UGRO. UGRO. Getting a little pop here. Might try to get me an order on this one. Alright, got me a little starter while I do a little due diligence. IPT to expand T20 cricket footprint across Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Zimbabwe, following merger with Flash Sports and Media. Okay. So I might try to scale into this one. The market is looking pretty weak. So next push towards $3, I'll look to add some more to it. But I'm in it. Average is 285. I'd like to see it push to 3 to get a little bit bigger size on it because I don't know, this market seems pretty weak, so let's see if it can sustain. SP 500 had a pretty big jump just now. Is there war news? I don't know. I'll look up in just a second. There we go. Nice. Falling now. Covered a little 255 from 285. Nice fill, 289. Getting second little push on it. Added back in the 280s, so I got it ordered just now, 287. Next one's 298. There we go.
UGRO.
Get a little bit of a push here and fail. Really small market, really small float on this one, so if it starts pushing, I'll probably trim out. Seeing 780K. No more shares available. I hate when that happens. Breaking highs here, so I'm probably going to just start trimming out of this one so this one doesn't run on me. Trimming down my size, so I'm not completely belling just yet. Were those single use too? Let me see. No, I can reuse them. Good. So I'm gonna let it push a little bit here. Find some good levels on it. Definitely will probably push to 340. It's gotten there twice. So back in these shares that I trimmed, basically about where I got them. But now that we're showing a little bit of weakness, and it hit that 340 level, I'm gonna write it back down. But yeah, low float. Recent merger. This isn't like the breaking news of the merger. It's related to the merger, but so my average is not the best, 298. So breaks down here. Maybe I'll catch a decent flush, but let's see what it does. Small float, so it could push again. Hoping to see it break down a little bit though. Urban Grow. Dang, J Money. Somebody said something about SPY popping. I didn't even see any news. Oh dang, it did make a big, it was a huge move. Yeah, I'd like to see it break down here for sure. I like these earlier pops. They tend to do that, but again, there's nothing else really moving, so it could keep pushing, but we'll play price action. But yeah, I'd like to see it break down here. Sorry, you can barely hear me. Let me turn my volume up. So I'm just watching UGRO at this point, hoping it breaks down. I'm only in 1,500 shares, so. Yeah, boredom pop, and maybe it does have a low float, so sometimes they'll just pop on that alone if there's some news. But I don't really see anything that's that game changing with this news. It's completed its strategic all-stock merger with Flash Sports and Media. Yeah, I'd like to see it break down here, but again, it does have a low float. So let's see what happens. See what the market gives us today. Yeah, I had an order waiting at 330. Oh, it got filled just then. Yeah, 336, I believe. So let's see if it keeps pushing, if it breaks down here. Because of the low float, so y'all know I like to average into some occasionally, but for nano floats, I usually don't average up too much on them because they can just get a little out of control quick. So I might end up cutting and re-adding at another level if it starts pushing hard. Yeah, definitely won't. I noticed that. I couldn't get any more shares, so I'm stuck with my 2,000. It's been honoring the VWAP so far, so let's see if it bounces here on the 1. But decent sign with it being such a low float that it's not just ripping our face off. But like I said, I would like to see it break down a little bit here. Cool. That most recent ad, I'm at break even now. Average is 305. It's not that great, but I got in a little early. See if we crack a little here. Yeah, I'd like to manage this from a position of strength. Yes, agree. Dang, I wish I had some more. Could get some more shares on it though. So far, this 340 level's holding up. See if it still does on this candle. Yeah, last week was kind of interesting. We had at the end of the week we had some pretty strong plays. What was it? SER on Thursday, then ANNA on Friday, which was a little bigger market cap, but still small cap showing strength. So wonder what the play will be today. Didn't look at too much trading things over the weekend, so kind of coming in here fresh. Yeah, no, agreed, J Money. This feels like one of the ones that would get attention stolen away from it from money rotation if we just get another distraction. But if it starts breaking highs, it'll start pulling some more attention to it. So if we can keep it from breaking a high before 7:30, that'd be nice. Or new high. Over 350, it might can push a little bit. Don't get too. I said I wish I'd get more shares, but I probably wouldn't have got too heavy on this one since the float's so small. I'm in 2000 now, so again, not the best average on it, so I'd like to see it break down here. But I did trim most shares on the first pop, but it was only in 1,000, so made a little on the first, like caught about 30 cents on it. But I probably should have closed it all. Well, I definitely should have closed it all out then. If we could break back under 3, I think we'd be in a good spot. So let's see what it does. Yeah, I was gonna look that up, Denny. By the way, well, I'll probably text you this, Denny. I play with TZ1. You can save your uh, what's it, the trade and view chart layout, but you can't share it with others. You can just save it for yourself. And they still don't have VWAP. Even the whole 5-minute zoom out thing, I still couldn't get it to work. I'll talk to you more about it, Denny. So I was trying to build out and they don't have SMAs. I like SMAs on TZ1. All they have is EMAs. So I couldn't build it. But yeah, you can save it to your own. Maybe next time. Next time we see each other, you can bring your laptop. But yeah, it lets you save it, but you can't like download it and share it with anybody. So between it not having the SMAs, no VWAP, and you can't share it, it's a little disappointing. But no, thanks for sharing the news. So 5-day ceasefire with Iran. Yeah, maybe. But it looked like it was mostly EMAs, which is fine. Most people use EMAs, I think. I just like the SMAs. But I built one out because I was going to share it with Denny, and then it was like you can only save it to your own. Yeah, you could only save it to your own setup. So let's see what UGRO does here. I think it could break down. Fall below 3, we're in a really good spot. Cool. It's looking promising. There we go. We're in the 280s now. Let's go. Trimmed a little bit since I got up to 2,000 shares, which isn't that big, but on the bigger side for me. TZPro is great so far. You guys trade enough volume to where it would probably be free each month. Yeah, me and Denny both probably would, but I still just mostly use mobile. A lot of people like the TZ1, and I see why. I like the way it looks, but still just wild. You can't get VWAP on it. How you get the 200 daily to show on all time frames? Go up here, and which one was it? This one, I think. And we're dropping UGRO. Visibility. Where do you put it at? Oh yeah, time frame right here. So see where it says time frame? It's usually the chart. I change it to so it always shows up the daily 200. So on time frame, change it to 1 day. So still holding on to some of these. I think we could get a decent little flush on it here soon. But trimmed already out 1,000 shares, so. Average was, like I said, not that great. 305, so I trimmed some of the 280s, 290s. Just to get my size down, just in case it pops again, I can add to it since there's no more locates available. Kind of have to change how I trade whenever it's that way. because if it pops back to 340 anytime soon, I would like to stab it again. 730. Was there any new PRs that came out that moved anything? INM. A little pop on INM. A little retest. UGRO, like I said, if it fights back, I'll add those other shares back at around 340. Or a little before 340. Short USO tiny bit. Probably not a bad idea, Denny. You're usually good at these. UMB, UMBATL yet? Joking, because Denny's made a killing off that ticker. BGM. I don't like this chart. And I don't have the other scanner. I didn't charge my earphones, so I don't have that other scanner going, and it's super obnoxious. So I don't want it really playing in the background. So I'm just gonna stick with trade ideas today. So I might miss some plays. Feel free to share them if you see some, but I think there's a chance it could get rejected here at VWAP, but again, I don't want to get in too early. That was the problem originally, so I'm only going to play it if it gets back up to 340. It's looking like we might do it. Let's go. Oh, just a few cents off. My first stab was 335. I chased a little bit. Okay, let's see what we do here. Do we break? So I'm in with those other shares. Let's see if it breaks through now. It's gonna be a very bad sign if it breaks new highs and pushes here though. But luckily I've been taking profit, so not the end of the world. Let's see what happens here. not looking pretty strong now. Let's see. I don't want it to get over 350. Strong move though. Uh-oh. Let's see if it holds. If it does, I'm going to at least trim out of 1,000. So far not holding. Let's see. There we go. This doesn't look good. I think it's about to push, guys. So I'm gonna trim out of 1,000. Maybe re-add somewhere else in a little bit. Let's see what other levels look good on this one. I don't know. I don't really like it up until it gets to about 420 range. Dang, I wasn't supposed to do that. But it is a low float, so not too surprised. But man, that was looked like it was about to be a wrap there for a second. That's another thing when the market's so dang slow and there's only one really strong mover, the attention is going to be on it. So Moon and Ross and UGRO, got it. I added back 350s, and again I'm gonna hold it tight though. If it starts pushing again, I'm gonna cut. Did Moon post about it too? Yeah, Moon's doing his little thing now. Yeah, it's holding 350. That's not a good sign. So could keep pushing here. Let's see though. We'll keep an eye on it. I think there'll be a play here at some point when money rotates away. But if Ross and Moon's on it and it's the only thing moving and the float's this tiny, there's a good chance it could rip. Floats can't, shorts can't get in because no more locates. A lot of signs are pointing it could push. Man, I'm ready to see another play though. It's holding 350. Yeah, definitely need some attention stolen from it. 350 is probably a dip buy, to be honest. So sadly, I think it might hold. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm right with my play, but I hope I'm wrong on that comment. Broke a new high. So I'm out of this one. I'm red, start of the morning. Caught some green plays originally on those moves, but I mean, it's too big of a, I took a little bit too big of a hit on that one. So starting the morning off a little red, but I might get back in it at some point, but I'm gonna let it push at least to probably 420 before I take another stab. HTOO. Not super liquid yet. I'll keep an eye on it. Mondays usually have a lot of PRs though, so let's see what happens at 8 o'clock. We'll probably get some money rotation away from this play, but right now I'm cash. Looks like we might drop back down to 350s. There we go, look, 359. HTOO still not much movement yet. But yeah, once they start like holding trends like this, that's not my favorite unless something steals attention from it. Then I might jump back in, but haven't seen that yet. Another new high. How much you currently read? 500 bucks, 520 bucks. But I'm out. I mean, that's my, with it closed. I just try to keep it manageable. Like, could it break down and I regret cutting it? Yeah, there's a good chance it's going to happen. And I hope it does happen if some of y'all are in it. But if I keep my losses manageable, like that's super easy to get back. Or I shouldn't say super easy, but I mean, it's getting $500 back is, it's not too crazy. But if I let it run on me a little bit, when there's a lot of indicators that it could run, it's just harder to get it back. So just went ahead and decided to cut my losses. Maybe when it gets closer to 8, I'll take another stab at it though. So we get some money rotation. If it looks like it's stalling, or if it looks like I'm seeing some weakness. Yeah, Success Logic. That's probably a good spot. I was in 2,000 shares, so it's starting to run. I'm playing the P&L a little too much, but it was starting to get a little too red on me. So, but yeah, 4,420. I would love to get a stab up there. But yeah, if it gets over 4, what's your average? 294. Yeah, not the best. So if it breaks, so again, if it gets back to VWAP here, and then 8 o'clock has some decent PRs, it could definitely drop back to reality, but I will just watch for now. Maybe another push close to 4 might get me another starter on it. But let's see. I'll let price action decide. Yeah, my main issue with this one is I shouldn't have trimmed. I should have just every time, because I caught 2 different flushes on it, but I only scaled out instead of closed the position. If I would have closed it both times. But again, that's the dark side of holding. Like, it's nice when you hold and catch bigger moves, but it's also, you know, what gets you in situations where it breaks new highs. You gotta manage it. You didn't take all your profits off, so find it pretty hard to trust price action when the float is this small. Agree. It's just so easy to manipulate these with floats like this. And another reason I trimmed out, just in case it does get to 4 or 420, I would love to add up there. And going back to the locate situation, since I can't get any more locates, because I can get my money back if it pushes to 4. Because I haven't like given up on this play. It's just like it's not where I want it. So if it gets to like 420-ish range, I'll add back at least 1,000 of those shares. So potentially more, so I could get it back pretty easy. But I just want a better price. My average was like 305. But yeah, it did like it was a wrap there for a second, but it was that candle moved from 302 all the way up to 340 in a 1 minute candle. So that was a brutal candle. don't know. This is looking a little better though. Yeah, that looks like a Ross or Moon candle for sure. Here we go. Back to 350. There's decent size on the ask. If they can knock it under 350 here, that'll be a good sign. There we go. It's cracking. Something else moving I'm not aware of. WSHP, We Shop. What is that? $156 million market cap. Why is it trading like this? I like 20 though. It's a little bigger on the market cap for me though. Not much. It's just 156. That's playable for me. What are UGRO doing? Still just dancing around. This one's got a tiny float too, 435,000 floats. So I'll probably leave this one alone. Because when floats are this small with this price tickers, they just start like skipping numbers. And again, do your own thing, but I don't do well with these. It's a good time. So it's at VWAP showing a little bit of weakness, 8 o'clock. If there could be like some decent PRs that come out now, that steals attention. It falls, sorry about that. And it falls under VWAP. Be a good sign. It's a bunch of PRs coming out. Y'all seeing much? ELPW is moving a little bit. Oh, it's not very liquid though. There's nothing to steal attention at 8. That's not a good sign for UGRO. ABVE's pushing a little bit. All right, I'm looking to stab UGRO here. I had an order waiting at 415. Did it get filled? It did, so I'm back in it. Only 1,000 shares though. I wish I would have had all 2,000 up there. So this is why I cut. Now I'm back in it with a better average in the green. Only 1,000 shares though. Kind of wish I'd have went all 2,000 now. That was a strong move. Could keep pushing too. And we already back up to 4. Yeah, that's crazy. Nothing at 8 o'clock held. So, like I was saying, that's not a good sign for a short position for UGRO. INM, something pushing. Nope. I'm gonna wait to add these other 1,000 shares. I'm just gonna stay in these 1,000 for now. Dang, I can't believe it's the only play we really had all morning. How much do I like that level? Let me look on the daily. Yeah, I think it's a decent level for sure. But if it breaks that, it could push to 520, 530. Yeah, we're already up to 24 million shares on this one now. Been traded. So it's getting the money flow for sure. Trying to see, and yeah, my average is 415. Trying to see if it breaks below 4, because I think if it breaks below 4, we could see 360 again, or around VWAP. And that'll get me back to at least break even on this play, but we'll see. Low expectations. I want another play to pop up, honestly. 1, to play it, and 2, to get attention off this one. But the longer this one holds, longer it gets money flow. Not good from a short standpoint. There we go. It's a good sign. Now we're under 4. Let's see if it stays under 4. Yeah, I got a cover 366 is where I'm going to try to get out at. Get my money back. Up a couple hundred on it now, but again, I want to see if it's been revisiting VWAP pretty consistently, so let's see if it does it again. Crazy, nothing else is moving though. Or nothing I've found. ZYBT is moving up again. This thing's a fighter. I like that candle though, so let's see what happens. If it breaks a new high here, that's not a good sign. Still not adding anymore. I do size based on conviction, and there's just a lot of things pointing that this one could keep pushing. So I like that level, but again, low float, shorts can't get in it. Moon on it. Somebody said Ross was on it earlier, so a lot of eyes on it. 27 million shares traded, so it's getting the money flow. Just a lot of things not to like about it. So I'm just going to keep these 1,000 shares, 415 average, watch price action, see what it does. It could definitely break down still, but I guess I'm giving my reasoning why I'm not adding those other 1,000 shares. This is the only stock I'm gonna end up trading this session, it feels like. See what comes out at 8:30, but I wanted to kind of make this a shorter session. Like that, it didn't break a new high there, but again, it's it's far from over. GMEX. I'm about to take a stab. Why is it risky? The float? Yeah, it's got a little float too, doesn't it? I'm in it though. See if it's still some attention from UGRO. I'm not seeing any news. Are y'all seeing any news? I'm in it a couple thousand shares though, but I'm not seeing it. Why is it moving? Let's go. I needed this. Locates are going up. I don't know. I added some more here. I'm probably being a little too aggressive with it, but I'm seeing a big size on the ask. It's like they're not trying to get it above 120 again, but let's see. But it might break it. Let's see if it does. What's UGRO doing? Showing a little weakness. There we go. Keep dropping. Went ahead, trimmed a little there, 114, but still in 2,500 shares. It's not flush and clean though. It's putting up a little bit of a fight. UGRO still kind of doing the same thing. Dang, I ain't gonna get any clean flushes today, am I? GMEX, I think there's a chance this one could round trip, but it's holding up way better than I would expect. No news. Low float, so backside it could drop pretty quick. But it's hanging in there. UGRO, I might trim some if it's close to VWAP here. I'm in the money. 415 is my average. GMEX is dropping. Everything's dropping. Let's go. I might trim some here in the 370. Let's go. And then GMEX is getting pushed down now. Trimmed a little bit more, 113. But I really want to hold the majority of these to see if my next trim, I don't want it to be, I want to be a little closer to $1 so I can catch a bigger move on it. Trimming some of UGRO here. Not much though. Well, I mean, that's been the problem though. I might just close it out. Let's go look at GMEX. Still holding 2,500 shares. And I'm out of UGRO. It just tends to bounce on VWAP. So didn't get all my money back on it, but I'm green on the session now because of GMEX. But was able to catch a little move on UGRO. Could it break below VWAP and keep flushing? Yes, there's a good chance, but I have a little bit of trust issues with it right now because it tends to bounce on VWAP. GMEX, the majority of the time I've been watching has had huge size on the ask. It's like they're trying to push it down, but I mean, it's holding up decently for what I'm seeing. Again, I'm still holding on to the majority of my shares because I think it's going to keep going down, but it's putting up a fight. I'm seeing a lot of size on the ask. So my next trim is 103. I think we're going to get there. Actually, I'm going to trim a little here, 108, because it's fighting back a little. So now I'm only down to 1,500 shares. But again, I still want to hold some. I'm closing probably a little too quick, but I'm having some PTSD from UGRO. Glad I did. It's pushing back up. Dang, no clean flushes today. So I added a little bit more to GMEX there, so I'm back to 2,500 shares. I just think this one's going to break down. Unless I'm missing something, but I can't figure out why this one's pumping. Just surprised how well it's holding up though. Yeah, there's definitely a hidden buyer on the bid. Uh-oh. It should be getting pushed down with all this. Added a little bit more. 120s. So back 3,500 shares now. UGRO is looking a little weak here though. That's a good sign. When I say weak, I mean it could bounce off VWAP. It's been doing that, but it's not looking the strongest it has been. So let's see what happens. But yeah, 3,500 shares on GMEX. If it pushes back to 130, maybe like 129, 128, I'll add some more. But as of right now, I'm just planning on chilling and seeing if this just breaks down. Nice burritos. So GMEX, if it pushes closer, a little bit closer to 130 here, I'm gonna add some more. Went ahead and add another 500, 126. The next one's 128. If we start breaking new highs though, I might just cut this one too, because something feels sketchy about this one. But it might steal the attention away from UGRO though. Here we go. So I added a little bit right there. 128, but man, this thing is, again, something feels sketchy about it. Either I'm missing a headline or this thing is getting very manipulated. Because the ask is just like 5x, 10x, 20x what the bid is, but it's still going up. Decent level around 133 though. Anyways, I'm adding. I got decent size in this thing now. There we go. See if it pushes down now. I'm 5,000 shares deep now, so I'm in the money a little. Not much, but a little. So depending on if we get back over like 122, I might just trim some, get my size down. But I'm holding on because I think, again, after this, whatever this sketchiness that's going on, should flush. There we go. She's dropping. I might trim some on the way down just to get my size back down a little bit. There we go. Cool. Let's see what y'all are saying. Do you consider the float of like a 1 million market cap more? Yeah, I mean, this one's is a baby. GMEX. Yeah, this one could haul butt for show. It's 1 million market cap, 1 million float. But again, I like the really small market caps. I don't really like, floats this tiny, but I like, because my edge is shorting trash companies, and if their value of their company is worth 1.21 million, I mean, and then, we see a 400 million market cap company. You don't think of it as being massive by any means, but that's 400x the size of this company. So, what's up? Quad S Trading. The current monthly pivot is 194. This is the area a lot of stocks like to touch. Yeah, I haven't even pulled up where the month. Yeah, here it is, 194, and it's touched this area before too. I would be surprised if we get up there, but if we do, that'll be. I mean, I'll definitely take a shot at it. Because if it starts breaking new highs here, I'll probably let it run, see where it's trying to top out at. When they both have the same float, you mean like market cap and float being the same? I think it's more coincidence for this one. But yeah, I mean, this is where's this company based? AU. So my average is, again, I don't have the best average on it. It's almost 124 because I was adding up close to the top. So I'm in the money here. Trim down some of my size, but I still think there's a chance it could round trip. So holding on to sub. So this stock is also a name change from FTEL. It's a known runner. Usually don't touch under CMP. Got it. FTEL. Definitely remember that ticker. Yeah, I'm not even in UGRO anymore, so if it gets back to that 420 level that I played it off last time, I'll be interested, but right now I'm rooting for GMEX to flush. I'm being a little greedy with it because I want to see a bigger drop, but I have trimmed some size down. It never really got that heavy. I only got up to like 5,000 shares, but I already trimmed down 2,000 of them. And that's like the third or fourth trim. I've been playing when it pushes, add, when it flushes, cover. So I think this is like the third time so far. But I'm holding on to some because I do think there's a chance it could round trip. But it's holding up longer than I'd prefer. Dang, it's already 8:47. I'm usually slowing down by this point. Trimmed a little here, 113. It's actually been a pretty good play for me. Just want to see it break down a little more. Yeah, I haven't really enjoyed this session though, guys. It's been, I don't know, UGRO and GMEX is the only two I've played, and honestly, neither one of them's played out exactly how I wanted them to. So the plan with GMEX, if it pushes here, I'll probably re-add 129, 128 area. Then if it breaks new highs, I'll probably just cut. I'm green on it, so I just don't want it to run against me. But if it pushes back to 130, I'll probably take another stab. Oh, so they did get a PR? Couldn't find it earlier. Or was it a delayed PR? I don't like it as much. Yeah, the news must have got leaked. So if we break a new high here, I'm probably just going to cut so I can stay green on this play. It started pumping before that news came out. So add it again, 129. And if it tries to push here, I'll cut. The risk is worth the reward. I'm only going to risk a few cents. If it starts pushing highs here, okay, I'm cutting. I'm cutting. And then if I might look to stab it later in the session. If I find another level I like, but as of now, I'm probably just going to leave it alone, let it push. Small float, could take off. Next level, 174-ish looks interesting. 194 to $2 looks interesting. UGRO looks like money is rotating away from it now. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for today. Little underwhelming session, but it is what it is. I'll see y'all in the Discord, and I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m.